So I'm going to explain how I wasted years and thousands of dollars getting into day trading. And if I knew the information I'm about to share with you in this video, I can save you several years and several thousands of dollars wasted trying to learn this skill of trading and trying to become profitable. So my current situation when I started was that I was into stocks and I tried buying and selling stocks, tried investing, and I got lucky sometimes and sometimes it didn't work. But then I stumbled across leverage. I saw that I could, for example, 3x my position size with leverage. And then my lucky trade was actually I went short in stock that like went 10% down, but since I had 3x leverage, it went 30% down for me. And at the time, that was about $1,500 I made on this trade, and at that time, back in the days, that was insane for me. And at that point I was hooked. I understood that this leverage thing is giving huge opportunities in the market. And then I just quit doing stocks and I got into this trading thing where I saw that you could use 20x leverage, 200x leverage and more. And now with prop firms you can do even more. Now you can get access to 100k, 1 million to trade and just generate, like, even if that's 2% you make on that account, you can do the math yourself. So for me, I knew then that I had to understand how this market works. And that's exactly the blueprint I'm going to share with you in this video. So the first thing you need to understand is that day trading is not the same as other type of side hustles you've seen online, like drop shipping, like SMMA, or all those other side hustles you've seen. Trading is definitely not the same, because those side hustles may be more exciting, they may be more motivating, and you can consistently like get some income there and it's more safe. But the thing is, that's obviously, it has its positive sides and its negative sides. That means, for example, you can do really well in drop shipping quickly and then you can lose everything because the trend fades or like the market doesn't work the same anymore. But in trading, it takes a whole lot of patience and it takes years to even make anything. And it can feel so frustrating and boring, but once you learn the skill and you get consistently profitable, then that skill is never going away, contrary to other side hustles. That's why trading is the most boring and difficult, but once you master it, you have a skill for life. And what I would do if I were you, I would just start with a demo account and I wouldn't think about the money. For the first at least 6 to 12 months, I wouldn't even think about trying to make any money from trading. I would just learn as much as possible and trade on a demo account. And the thing with trading is that you can go years without making anything or even lose profits, but eventually you know what you're doing. And if you're asking yourself, should I do live trading with live money now? And you're not completely sure, then you shouldn't do it. You will sooner or later get to that point where you don't have to ask yourself that question anymore. You just know that you're ready. And then out of nowhere, you start making $3,000 a day, $5,000 a day, and you scale it further. That's the beauty of trading. You can make nothing for a long time and then you can just start printing money out of thin air. So I'm going to explain to you how the market moves and what makes it move. But before I do that, you have to promise me one thing. Don't go into trading thinking it's what you see in a movie, or that it's going to be exciting, or that is going to feel good to make a lot of profit, because it most often never does. Trading is a really painful endeavor. Even when you're making money, it's not that satisfying. It's not giving you that satisfying feeling that you imagine. It's oftentimes a lot of stress, and the only thing you're thinking about is, what if I lose that money, or I could have made more. That's oftentimes the only thing that your brain thinks about. It's not that satisfying, it's not fun, but it works. And if you can just do this mechanically and in a boring, emotionless way, you're going to have a skill for life. And you're going to realize that money is not even that like exciting. It's just something you want to retain because it makes your life easier. But trading in itself, the better you get into it, the less exciting it's going to be, and you're going to realize that it's pretty meaningless to just observe a chart going up and down. So you're most in this for making profits and not thinking about money ever again. That's the thing. But it's never about having excitement, getting a thrill. That's not what trading is. So you have to be responsible and not go into this with a gambling mindset. And trading, it's not the same as crypto either. It's more mechanical, it's more boring, and you don't hold positions for very long. You're quick in, quick out. And the most important thing here is protecting your capital at all costs. So the market is moving either sideways, that's probably not the time to trade, or it's in an uptrend or a downtrend. And the way you identify this is you go on the higher time frames, which is 15-minute time frames, 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, and you see that it goes like this: swing high, swing low, and then a higher high and a higher low, and it keeps going like this. That's an uptrend, and you always want to trade with the trend. So if it goes up like this and a pullback, this and a pullback, you preferably want to trade that pullback and take it higher. And vice versa, if you're going like this, low, high, low, high, you want to trade in a bearish direction. You want to take a short position, and you preferably want to trade on the pullback and further down. So this all sounds really simple, yet most people never manage to do this consistently. And then again, I have to explain that trading is not about being right or winning all the time. Trading is a game of probabilities. That means you can do your technical analysis, and you have to have a system that you can repeat where every trade look more or less the same. But then you have to accept being wrong, and you just have to take a small loss and move on with your day and try again the next opportunity you get. Yet a lot of people don't have these rules and are not able to follow them, because trading, as I said, is not about being right. It's not about proving yourself. And if it would have been like in any other area, like a sport where you have a competition and it's about winning and it's about gaining as much points as possible, then trading is quite the opposite. It's not about winning. It's not about being right all the time. It's not about crazy payouts. It's about actually being a coward, actually reviewing trading in a really passive way, and actually being really lazy and not striving for success, not trying to be motivated, lock in, push harder. It's more about being really lazy. And when you look at the market live, you have to think, are there any good trades to take today? And if you don't see them, then you just say no, there are no good trades, and you don't make any money, and then you just move on. But a lot of people coming into trading are really highly driven, ambitious individuals. But the thing is, that will work against you in trading, because trading, a lot of times, sometimes I just take 2 trades a week, and all the other days I do nothing. I just look briefly at the charts, I see there's nothing there, and I just don't trade. But a lot of people think trading is about looking at the charts 24/7, taking a position here, taking a position there. But trading in itself is actually really boring, and the more you get into it, the more meaningless you realize that trading actually is. Because a lot of days you don't even take a trade, a lot of days you lose a small percentage, and sometimes you win. But it never gives you that fulfillment or dopamine or a feeling of achievement that you want. You always get left feeling like you want more. So it's just about taking really high quality positions, and that's it. Never attach trading to your identity or your ego, because you don't control anything in the markets. You don't control anything. That means a lot of times you just have to admit that you're wrong, because there's nothing you can do about it. You can't influence the market to behave in a certain way, and the market can do whatever it wants, even though it may be really irrational, and there's nothing you can do about it. So If you want more guidance from me, I have other videos where I go over my strategy and I talk about trading psychology and mindset. But if you're a beginner and you want to get into trading, then this is a really good time to do so. 2026 is going to give us a lot of opportunities, and there has never been a time in history where trading has been more lucrative to get into, with prop firms, with the ability to get funding, and the only thing you have to think about is actually being a good trader, and the rest will take care of itself. So I really hope you got something out of this video, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Let's go.